Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly shop steward today, because today we're carrying on with our ongoing campaign playing Paizo Publishing's outstanding, this isn't one of the core books, but it's the one at hand, Pathfinder, 2nd edition fantasy role-playing game, and we are using that to play an ongoing campaign in our own custom Coalpunk setting of the Spires of Paridar, a setting of industrial progress, class disparity, and occult conspiracy. And with me today are the Illuminators, the stars of our campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing today. First up, we've got Darren.
Hello there, I'm playing Dr. Adam Ursprung, who is a created flesh warp, and as always, he's got his trusty sidekick, Igor, Mark 6.
Very nice. Next up is Ingolf.
Hi, I'm Ingolf. I'm playing Basil Rathbone, who is an Isoki detective, or investigator, as the class is called.
Very nice. And last but certainly not least is James.
Hi, I'm James, and I am playing Sally Dumaire, debutante detective of Paridar.
Very nice.
Kicky punchy lady.
Very much so, yeah. So guys, Sean is not able to join us today, so we do not have your employer with you. Don't try and get too excited when you're the employer's out of office. I think they call that a cat's away party. But wow, what do you guys recall having happened last time? This is part 8 of our Queen of the Veiled Sun mystery.
I'm pretty sure that car got damaged.
Yeah.
There's a good chance.
It's whose turn to drive this time? So I think where we started last session was with Golag meeting this orc spirit from one of the servants that had been killed by this invader from another plane or place. We don't know where he's come from. But he was given all sorts of threats to Golag, and he was demanding the return of the obsidian bloom and also one of the sages of sorrow before, was it daybreak, or I think it was
before daybreak, yeah. So
tomorrow. So yeah, he made the claims. There was a back and forward discussion between the two. Insults were flowing, and then he sort of disappeared or dissipated. The bodies showed all the signs of the previous bodies with the insignias or sort of tattoos, like. So we knew it was their dirty work. It was more shadow bindings sort of behind it all. Mm-hmm. From there, we split up. I think Basil and Sally went and saw Dr. Elizabeth Green to try and find out.
Yet?
I don't think.
We met her. We met her outside she was going for lunch or something.
Oh, you was in a taxi. You were, you met her and you took a taxi to wherever she was going.
Yeah, that's right.
But she sort of denied that the medical corps knew anything, but still sort of talked about it.
Yeah, just to make this so somehow I got to read my old files again, and the medical corps definitely had the one missing tick. So that's in our files. I could.
Yeah, they said, if we knew anything about it, and if we were to secure such a person, it would be secure, and you wouldn't need to worry about it. So a lot of hints that they are involved, but nothing officially was said. Then Golag went off to the university.
Yeah.
So he was trying to speak to Mr. Professor Galbraith.
Yeah.
To see if we could help, if he could help with facing this sort of orc spirit necromancer. Durgosh was his name.
Durgosh, correct.
That's the one that he announced himself as. So yeah, he was speaking to the professor to see if he was able to help with any sort of weapons or enchantments or anything that could help us fight this spirit. That seems pretty powerful. Adam went to
Excuse me.
the Order of St. Sylvester and checked in with them, just told them about the murder at the Harker residence, just an update pretty much, and kept it fairly vague. But yeah, I think that was most of it. I think we left with Golag at the university. I think that's where we finished up.
Didn't Golag go to the Order of Saint Sylvester? Did he go?
No,
there?
No, he didn't go in the end. But I think you talked him out of it.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's good. That's good. That.
Yeah.
Really, I talked him out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. But I think you threatened to take the car or something like that.
Yeah, maybe something else. Maybe
Came with me.
There definitely was a lot of discussion about the cosmology and metaphysics of Paridar with Professor Galberry and travel. I think we can assume that at some point Golag is going to share that information with you guys, so you can certainly operate with that information today.
Yeah, no, I just was confused. So Adam was at the Order, but not Golag.
Yeah, it was just me in the end. The only other thing was Golag had a discussion with the IOU again to try and like progress that meeting with his father, because he still hasn't spoken to his father since he was attacked, and he wanted to get some knowledge, especially now that we potentially need this obsidian bloom, and his father's the one that's meant to have it, so this spirit said.
Yeah. I mean, I could try to have a contact who might be wanting to help in this case, but I'm not sure if we are overplaying our cards here. So
yeah,
there might be someone who might know something, but I'm not sure.
And obviously this Durgosh, he sort of, certainly strongly hinted that he's got Annabelle.
Yeah.
And Harker. So that's sort of where we got to. That was what we were currently investigating, or that's who we were sort of trying to find out when we got to the Harker residence before. So we've got this deadline.
Yeah. So I believe we'll be because Golag's not here. Why don't we meet up at the office, and we can start with there, and you guys can figure out what you're going to be doing today. So because you have less than 24 hours till the deadline is met. So here we go. Let me get everyone in place here. All right. So it sounds like you guys would probably be arriving back at around the same time, like shortly before noon. Because Dr. Ersprung's meeting didn't run all that long, and Basil and Sally, it was a coach ride that you guys shared with Dr. Green. So I assumed Basil and Sally got back because you were in the cab when all that discussion was happening. So Dr. Ersprung, let's maybe first off, is there anything that Basil and Sally wanted to do while they are waiting for your colleagues to return?
I think Basil wants to have a nap.
Okay. How long of a sleep do you need to get rid of the fatigued?
Normally 8 hours. But,
Can I get your cup of coffee?
Yeah, something like that.
Let's see.
The problem is also if I'm a little bit fearful that if I go to sleep again, then I will meet someone. But that will happen sooner or later.
Now, if you're going to suggest that me playing Freddy Krueger in Dead by Daylight is influencing this campaign, I'd say that you're maybe paying a bit of attention to the video games channel on the Dungeon Musing Discord server. But Basil, are you going to try and get a cat nap, as it were?
Yeah.
Okay, so
something like that.
Basil will picture is sort of dozing in the sun in a chair in the study. What about yourself, Sally?
Oh, I will nip upstairs to the bathtub.
Okay. So, Dr. Ersprung, you return and you find Basil, completely asleep. I don't want to say dead asleep, but he is solidly, unconscious. And if you're sort of studying them, Sobin will walk up to you and say, Ms. Dumer has retired to her chambers, sir. Would you care for some tea, or...
Yes, why not? Did they give you instructions on how long before they would be...
I believe they were awaiting your arrival or that of Master Golag, sir.
Ah, excellent. And with that, I'll give a big thump of the foot on the floor.
Basil, you're awake.
Are we there yet?
Perhaps 2 cups of tea, sir. And he'll retire to prepare that. He will also go and, rap on Ms. Dumer's door to allow her to rejoin everyone as well. So, Basil, you look over and you see Dr. Ersprung and Igor are making their way into the study.
Just a question. It is a thunderstorm here. Do you hear some growling, or do I have to mute the microphone? No. Okay.
I don't hear it, no.
Okay. Okay.
Growling, is that how it would be said in German for
yeah,
Thunder? Okay.
Yeah. It's not the same in English. I realized as I was talking.
No, that's cool. I love that. My Duolingo is going to be fucking great today. Oh, God damn it. I think it's Reagan, right? That's rain?
Yeah, it's it. Yeah, rain, yeah.
All right. So Basil, hey, you've woken up. You're a little disoriented. Someone keeps wanting to talk about a foreign language. You clear your head, and then Dr. Ersprung, what do you tell Basil? Or Basil, what do you tell Dr. Ersprung?
Yeah, I'm here. Wait a minute. Oh yeah. We met with Elizabeth Green, so they say that they have the 7th Sage of Sorrow under some kind of well-kept imprisonment. I mean, she didn't say that, but she strongly hinted they have. So we won't be able to get him or her. I think it's him because it was only male sailors, if I recall correctly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Male sailors, and then the one other person who was also male who purchased the object from the vendor.
So I looked at the files when I came here. So they took one person and the amulet in question at the time. So I'm pretty sure that the 9th Medical Corps has that person with the artifact. And I'm not sure even if we wanted to, we could somehow get to that person.
And you think this spirit has attempted to get the sage and failed, and now they're trying to get us to get it? Is that what you think?
Yes. I think whoever he really is in a way, or what his powers really are, I think they're not enough to take on the full 9th Medical Corps.
No. And I wouldn't have, and you're right, I don't think they'll give it up to us for any reason either. Whether we want to...
I mean, it's like kind of a doomsday device. It's not like we're dealing with them all the time, but somehow, and you don't know. I think someone who is called the Grudge Butcher and so on it's not the person you want to see in this world, maybe.
So we've somehow got to track down this spirit and
Yes.
send it back or destroy it or deal with it.
I think the spirit is no spirit. I think it was just he sent his spirit to communicate with us, but it is an orc of the flesh.
Some sort of magic.
Yes.
So, have you got any ideas of how to track him down? Maybe how to find Annabelle and this Mr. Harker?
I only have one idea, and it's dangerous, and I can go there now if we want to.
So Sally, maybe you come down the stairs, in a dressing gown, with them discussing whatever their next step is.
So can I assist, Basil? We must do this.
I think there is a contact of mine who seems to be somehow fond of Annabelle Carrington, and he might help me. But then again, he's some kind of, let's call him a mobster, maybe. And I think it's enough if I'm dealing with such creatures. If you really wanted to, I could take you with me, but I suppose that this might be more to your detriment than to your benefit.
Or whatever will make us more likely to succeed. If I need to come, then I'll come. If I will get in the way, then I won't come.
I think I can try on my own. Last time it worked, so we got the hint that we needed to go to Mr. Harker's house very quickly, and we found the traces there. So that person is at least a little bit informed about what's going on here.
Well, I think that should be our top priority, to try and find them before this deadline is up.
Yeah, so I can try again, but I'm not sure if I will be offered help again. But we'll see. But then again, I mean, there might be other ways to find such a person.
I don't know if there was any magic that could be done to identify someone from another place. I don't even know what you'd call it, this orc land.
I don't know either. And somehow he must come into contact with Golek, so I don't know how Golek should find him. They didn't even talk about it, at least not so that I could understand, and I speak Orcish pretty well.
Again, maybe Golak's father would have some information, but we haven't been able to speak to him either.
The only thing I can somehow imagine that might help. So if that person was somehow inquiring about the 7 Sages of Sorrow, then he or she must have been in contact with Lady Desmond, Katarina Desmond or whatever. So if you remember, in our old case, there was this fence who was offered the amulets. So maybe, I mean, that's just a wild, yeah, yes, this one. So maybe that orc has somehow contacted her because he wanted to find out where the last amulet went. And that is the only breadcrumb I have, to be honest.
But you don't think he would give her any sort of knowledge of where he was hiding out or anything, would you?
I think he would have given her some means to get in contact, because I'm pretty sure that she will, if promised money, and I guess that he will promise money, she would have been saying that if she hears about this amulets, then she will be in contact. At least that's what I hope happened.
Wasn't there the other point raised of what the newspaper does to keep track of their reporters? And that
That's
might be a
also
lead there.
Yeah, that's also a thing. Yeah, that they might have some kind of tracking on the reporters. Yes.
So maybe I should try the newspaper then.
I think that's more like a Sally de Mayer job. And maybe with the doctor who is very high on the list of confidentiality, so not some nosy rat.
Well, we could certainly try. We could go by the newspaper office,
Yeah.
speak to the editor or someone.
Yep. Sounds like the editor is the person we need to speak to. The Daily Planet.
Okay.
Daily Bugle, no. Paradigm Times, I think it's the name.
Well, it was originally the Daily Star, named after a Toronto newspaper. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And not the British rag.
No, I cannot speak to the quality of the Canadian newspaper from the
I can't speak
1930s.
for the UK one either. Because it was rubbish.
All right. So then, yeah, there we go. Okay. Who are we going to be following up with first then? The editor, or trying to speak to Lady? Is it Lady Desmond? Lady.
Yeah, Basil would try maybe to talk to Henri Daniel again, if that is even possible in the short amount of time. I guess it isn't, but
So there's a third place you want to go?
no. So I was thinking that the others could go to Katharina Desmond because that's the only thing I remembered, and I forgot somehow because I'm so sleepy still.
Yeah.
That we had this tracker thing going on. So I think we should skip her unless I mean, if I don't get in touch with the with Danielle, then maybe I could go to her. That would be nice as well.
Okay. So where are we going first then, guys?
Should we go to the office newspaper?
Yeah, we can go to that. Let's go to the office.
To the office of the Paradigm Times?
Yeah, to see the editor, if possible.
Sorry, I have to close some blinds here. It's starting to rain very heavily.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So then, guys, we'll move you over to... Let's see. I think we've been using this for sort of our like downtown area. Whoopsies, wrong button. Oh, actually, hold up. I know which one. Let's use this. Whoop. There we go. Okay. So, you guys arrive at the... Oh, that's actually a fucking perfect placement. First time in like 10 years, guys. Cut and pasted tokens, and they arrived precisely where I needed them to be. So, there you go. So, you guys go into the building. It's quite busy with people coming and going, and then that is exacerbated once you reach the second floor and you go to the bullpen, where there are new reporters going around and people are shouting back and forth. There's copy editors who are talking to people, and there's, you know, whatever they call them, not paper boys, but copy boys, I guess, who are running shit back and forth to be approved by editors. So just a chaos environment at this time of day. They're getting ready for the evening, starting to put together the evening edition. So busy day. What you would know from Basil's dealings with Ms. Carrington before is that her editor's name is Ruben Dendy. I'll put that in chat for us here. Ruben Dendy. He is the editor-in... yeah, he'd be the editor-in-chief of the paper. So, how do you guys wish to try and get a meeting with Mr. Dendy?
I think I should have a quick ask about the at the reception, if I can speak to the social pages reporters.
Okay.
The entertainment's style.
Okay.
Who may have heard of me.
Okay. First off, everyone gets a hero point, and then would you give us a diplomacy check, please, Sally?
Diplomacy.
Okay.
Oh, we're not going to go with that one.
Okay. Nice.
Still not great, but
Well, better than the average, though. The average for your level, I think, is 24. You guys are 8th level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 24. Okay, so what you find is that they very quickly get the name for the for one of the reporters, you know, and they come down. It's a junior reporter because they're, you know, otherwise they'd be out and about. They introduce themselves as, let's see here. Selma Kildare. She is a reporter for Style section, also known as the Society section. So she comes down and she grins as soon as she sees you and says, "Well, Sally Duvert, what a pleasure." And she gestures to sort of a step away from the receptionist desk, and she does a quick survey of Basil and or of Dr. Ursprung, but really kind of focuses on you. I understand you wanted to speak to someone from our Style section.
indeed, I was thinking of having a little return to the boards coming up, and I was just thinking that maybe it would be good to have a chat with such an esteemed publication as yourselves, to refresh the memory of the people of Paridar before I take to the boards, and you might like a little exclusive upon that.
She gestures to her notepad and pen or pencil and kind of said, "Might I take notes?"
Of course, dear. Absolutely.
Oh, and she begins kind of scribbling this stuff down. She'll take whatever information you want about your plan and like what's prompted it and whatnot. So she'll do a full sort of interview. Was there an end goal you had in mind for this?
Yeah, so I was thinking I would love to have yourselves come along to the first performance. But I would have one small favor. Everything I've given you so far, of course, is for you to use as you wish. But I would ask one small favor for the exclusive for the first performance. I was wondering if I could have a chance to speak to Mr. Dendy, Mr. Reuben Dendy.
Was there... I'm certain I can arrange that. Were you concerned about something in the paper?
There was one thing I wanted to discuss. I'm sure of no concern, nothing of concern, but I think something of mutual interest, and I feel that, again, I'd like to do something for the paper. Maybe the paper can help with some matters for me as well.
Certainly, if and you can see that she's kind of reeling through in her mind how best to present this to Dendy. She likely does not have a lot of direct connection with him, giving her status with the paper. But she says, But
I feel if you're bringing him a scoop, maybe that'll get you in through the door easier.
Very insightful of you. If you would wait here, I will see if Mr. Dendy could spare a moment. And she leaves and heads back into the paper. You're waiting for maybe, let's say about 15 minutes when she finally returns, and she says, Mr. Dendy has some time. He is quite busy arranging for the... He is first very appreciative of the exclusive that you have brought to us. We are very grateful for that. He would just ask that you are mindful of the time. He is preparing for another editorial meeting about the evening edition.
If I could just have a mere 5 minutes, nothing more.
Of course.
I do not want to.
Please, if you allow me to escort, would your
Please.
companion like to come as well?
If it wouldn't be an inconvenience, yes, please.
I don't think at all. So she clearly doesn't quite know who you are, Dr. Earthsprung, but she leads the two of you through the back up to the second floor, through the the bullpen into the big office at the end of the hall, and you can see he's in there, chewing out some reporter, Perry White style, and then they leave, and you are escorted in. Mr. Dendy is a shorter but kind of stockier man who's probably in his late 40s, early 50s, balding almost entirely, although he is a carefully manicured kind of fringe of hair at the back of his head. He has little circular spectacles on and ink-stained fingers. We can tell he's still, in the guts of editing the paper. He's not someone who easily delegates. But as you come in, he looks up and places the thing down. He doesn't smile, but he does assure you as he walks over to you. I think probably could pick up someone who has that kind of military clip to their walk, so he's likely as a veteran as well. He walks over and, Mrs. Dumer, I am pleased to meet you. I have not had the pleasure to make your acquaintance before.
It's a pleasure to meet you, the man behind the famous paper.
We are a team effort here, and I am nothing without our many talented writers, including Ms. And she says, Kildare? Ms. Kildare, who you have favored with this. You were also friendly with our Mrs. Carrington as well.
Indeed, and that is what I wanted to speak to you about. Because she seems to have you seen her today?
He stops and kind of looks at you and then looks over at Ms. Kildare. Kildare's eyebrows are kind of up, and he says, I believe you have an article to write? And she says, yes, of course. Thank you again, Ms. Dumer. And she leaves leaves and closes the door. And then he turns to you and Dr. Earthsprung and kind of does an up and down. Dr. Adam Earthsprung. Correct?
Yeah, I just nod, standing behind Sally.
He puts his hand out. Reuben Dendy, editor-in-chief.
I'll shake his hand.
Pleasure to meet you. I would commend you on your efforts at assisting our less fortunate, and I would care to discuss a donation to assist with your efforts in your... And you can see he's thinking Barrowhead Clinic.
That is correct.
But I believe that there is... I've heard from Mrs. Carrington's wife.
Yes.
I understand she is concerned that she is missing as well.
It weighs upon us all, as I'm sure it is for you, with one of your reporters.
It does. And you are associated with the Shadow Illuminations Detective Agency, which I understand is principled by the son of Doc.
Indeed.
I had engaged... We have a standing retainer with the Paridar Detective Agency, and we have engaged some of their agents to assist in this. And he walks over to the window and kind of turns some blinds to close them all to make sure no one's, listening in. And he gestures to seats. He offers you drinks, and then he will go and sit behind the desk after he gives you whatever you have asked for. And he sits down. I understand that there was an attack on, and you can see he thinks again, Golag is the principal of your agency. Is that correct?
Indeed, that is correct.
Have you been coordinating with the Paridar Detective Agency in light of the attack on your principal's father?
My principal is heavily engaged on that, and we're supporting him where we can.
He puts his hand up, and you can see the ink stains on his hand once again. I trust this may not be necessary, but to confirm, this is all off the record.
All off the record.
What brings you here? Surely you would be aware that she is not here, and you would be aware that we would be taking steps to find her.
And we were wondering if we could help, because we are conscious that you know how it is with missing people. This is important to retrieve them as fast as possible. And it was suggested that in your line of work, which let us say is risky, sometimes you show an interest in areas which other people do not want to share, that you have ways of ensuring the safety of your reporters, that you have ways of keeping tabs. And we were wondering if we might be able to pool our resources, as it were, for the same goal which we share, which is the safe return of Miss Carrington.
And if I were to acknowledge that we have a manner in which we can find our lost reporters, first, I trust that you would keep such knowledge in confidence. Our sources would likely be more reluctant in their candor if they were aware that we could observe where they were meeting with our reporters.
Totally. We have but one interest.
Then answer this. If we have provided the information to the Paridar Detective Agency, and they are taking steps to investigate this, what additional benefit is there for you to be involved? I'm aware of Miss Carrington's many articles featuring your successes, and I'm aware of your friendly relationship with Miss Carrington as well, Mrs. Carrington as well.
Well, shall we say, our colleagues at the parent, we feel the personal touch and the personal motivation will encourage us to prioritize better than others.
And I trust in sharing my only reluctance is it is clear from Ms. Carrington's stories that you approach your cases with a great deal of enthusiasm. You are fond of Mrs. Carrington, that is clear. Trust me when I say, I more so. I would not want enthusiasm to bring harm to her inadvertently.
Let us say determination. Because rest assured, I shall continue to look. I'll just be less effective and potentially maybe too late. If you wish to rely on others, please do. They may be professional and be... But a lack of motivation when this is merely a job, a case. You know of your reporters. You have a passion for what you do. This is not a trade, it's a craft.
Well said. Very well. You've convinced me. We do have a manner for tracking our reporters. We have consulted with a diviner. We have an address where we believe she is held. The detectives with the Paridar Detective Agency were provided this information but 3 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
He pulls out his pad, he kind of writes on it, tears it off, and hands it out to you, standing. He is shorter than either of you. This is the address we were provided.
Thank you, sir.
We have not received an update from the Paridar Detective Agency, but we encourage them, given the danger of this operation, to proceed with discretion and caution. If you are able to coordinate with them, that is good, but
we will try and do so.
Annabelle is accurate in her reporting and does not include anything that is untruthful. Is what makes her an exceptional reporter. So I know that her safety is in good hands.
Rest assured, her safety is paramount.
A great pleasure, Ms. Dumer, Dr. Ersprung. I will not forget about the donation, and should things go awry, rest assured my donation will not be contingent on the outcome of this uncertain task.
Although important, it is something we can speak about at another time.
I would welcome that.
We must go.
Then, good luck. And he shakes your hands once again, opens the leaves out, and then he barks out someone else's name, and you can see someone else from the middle of the bullpen kind of gets up and goes running over towards his office, which leaves you two leaving. You do have an address. It is in a less fortunate part of Paridar, and it is someplace that has been affected by or near where some of the fires from before had occurred. Mr. Rathbone,
Yes.
We're like 5 minutes off from our mid-session break. Why don't we take our mid-session break now, and then we'll come back and have your meeting with Henri.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
So for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
What is it? Nice to have some fish.
All right. Hey, everybody in chat. Actor THX, hope you guys are having a great weekend thus far. All right. Oh, nice. Sounds like you're doing some barbecue in THX. Hope you're having an awesome barbecue. It is raining like crazy here still, so it's not a pleasant day weather-wise. Terrific Paridar weather, though. All right. James, I'm not sure if you're back or not, but your camera's
I'm back.
off. Okay. That's why we call it pulling to James. All right. So then, Basil, where do you expect? You'll be a little later in the day because it will take you time to make the arrangements. Curiously, it's not that long though. Why don't we meet back in the same place you did last time? Yeah, under the under the bridge. So let's go here. Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh, so James left the conversation. No, he's back.
Yeah, I heard that sound. Okay. Get everyone in reverse order here. So, you arrive ready to meet with Monsieur Doniel, and he is not long. You're not waiting long from the time that you arrive for him. And again, there is Monsieur or Sieur Henri Daniel.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And would you give us a Well, first, everyone gets a hero point, and then give us a perception check, please, Basil.
Mm-hmm. So, this is perception. Oh, yeah, I will use the hero point right now.
You got it.
It's even worse. I'm so worried
Distraught.
and tired. Yeah.
So he comes down and, walking on his cane once again, and he is once again dressed quite well. Looks as if he's on his way to a soiree, and he says, "Mr. Rathbone, have you an update for me?"
Yes. We were a little bit late, so we know now who we are facing. Some orc necromancer called Durgosh. And he managed to kidnap both Harker and Annabelle Carrington. And we had to fight through the undead ghosts or corpses or something in between of his household stuff. I've managed to fend them off.
Have you found anything further as to her location?
No, but he found us. He made an ultimatum. He wants some possession of Golag. And another thing.
Is it an obsidian rose?
You're completely in the picture.
What I had shared with Mrs. Carrington is that Mr. Harker had been making inquiries of colleagues of mine as to how one might acquire an obsidian rose from Doc.
Mm-hmm. And that is exactly why Doc was attacked, but this necromancer did not succeed. He did not get the rose. So...
Good.
And...
I do not know why Mr. Harker sought the rose, nor why this necromancer seeks it. Do you know?
I know it is connected to opening portals between his realm and our realm. So it seems to be a reasonable guess that either he wants to bring additional people here or he wants to go back.
He doesn't say it, but you can see, the look. You likely have had it on your face many times when just pieces fall into place and you're like, okay, this all makes sense now.
Yeah. But there is greater things afoot, maybe. Have you ever heard of the 7 Sages of Sorrow?
He looks at you. Tell me of them.
Don't know that much about them. Only that there are 7 persons, 7 artifacts connected to them. And they are rumored, at least, to be able to bring back or bring a certain entity back to this realm, possibly, called the Grudge Butcher.
You say to this realm, you mean neither this Grudge Butcher nor these artifacts are native to Paridar?
Honestly, I don't know for sure, but I believe not. I believe what we are seeing is a vast amount of outside entities trying to enter Paridar.
I see.
And I don't know how you feel about the city, but it makes no sense to have power and influence in a city that is maybe close to annihilation or being overpowered by someone else. So,
What did you wish of me, Mr. Rathbone?
so my impression or my hope is that the necromancer inquired about the 7 sages of sorrow. And he must have asked other people before. And I'm pretty sure that if someone from certain, I don't know, some of your acquaintances have been asked, then he would have left some information on how to reach him, how to get in contact with him again, if they find out something. So my hope was that someone might have, I don't know, inquired about it in either he directly or in an indirect way, and you would be notified about that.
I think you underestimate one aspect of your quarry.
Yes, maybe.
A necromancer's arts are in dabbling is not the correct
Yeah,
descriptor, but
I understand where you're going. Yeah.
I know of one associate who may have been, had this necromancer come to me, I would have directed him to him. I am aware now that he has been quite brutally murdered. And the ritualistic nature of it suggests the same hand who I suspect assaulted Mr. Harker, abducted Mrs. Carrington, and set whatever ruffians that assaulted you and your colleagues. I trust that they were the dead turned against you. Is that correct?
That is correct.
A necromancer of sufficient proficiency can work the dead to their will.
I understand now. Yeah, okay. So
The question...
this leaves me very puzzled. But sorry, your question, and I can tell you my question if you want.
The question is, why leave Harker and Carrington alive if he simply needed information from them?
No, I think he wants to have some leverage against Golag. But my question is, so let us imagine that what he needs, the other thing, is in the possession of some part of the army, maybe. How? I mean, even if your contact did not know exactly and only could relate him to us, how could he expect to get something from there? I mean, even with Doug's power, it would be very, very much like a feat to get something that the army has under security just to get it for something. I don't know.
There are a number of possibilities that spring to mind. One could be an overestimation of your capabilities, Mr. Rathbone, and those of your colleagues.
Don't
Though
believe that.
I am more interested in, while he may be aware of this artifact, his failure to apprehend the particulars of it and the others suggest it may not be from the same world as he.
Correct.
In which case, it is possible he did not know the security with which it is being maintained. Which means
Yeah.
his information from wherever he hails from, it may be limited.
Yeah. Or old, possible.
Indeed. He may not have known until he was here.
Yeah.
Have you a theory for whether he has come here, for why he has come here?
I'm not sure whether he says he's here on the mission of the so-called Sun Slayer. Another one of those grand names. I'm not sure whether this is true and he's on a mission or he was expelled actually as kind of a punishment here and has to find a way back. That seems more likely in my case, but anyhow.
If that is the case, why bother with the other artifact then?
Because he needs some kind of make-up to impress his former ruler, to come back on good terms, because he can't come back without anything. That would be my idea. And another thing is he was sent here to get rid of Golak.
Has Golak been attacked?
Interestingly, not directly so far.
Then your evidence would suggest your hypothesis is incorrect.
It's wrong, yeah. No, it would. Just, may I ask you one kind of personal question? So, do you remember how the war ended?
This is your concern now, Mr.
No,
Rathbone.
this is not my concern about, or let me put it another way. This is my overall concern, how all of this fits together. It seems like a grander scheme in place.
He rests his hands on the one of the poles near the side there, and he says, Mr. Rathbone, while there is a small measure of it, you have earned some of my respect. I trust that this setback in seeing Mrs. Carrington taken will not cause you to lose focus of that intent and clear-eyed mind of yours.
No, it does not. It does not. You gave me my answer. Thank you.
You suspect that this necromancer was exiled here. Yet it seems that it is no easy task to transport between his home and here. Agreed?
Yes.
Why exile one here when the more likely explanation is that he came here with a task in mind?
Yeah, he could have been sent here to get these artifacts. Yes, that is possible. But
if that is the case, sending one with such a critical does it speak to a position of confidence or a position of desperation on the part of his master? If they did not know where the security with which that object was held.
Yeah, you might be right. It might be a matter of desperation.
If so, the posturing may be bluster, and he may be desperate.
That's true.
That can play to your advantage, and that can play to a greater threat to Mrs. Carrington.
Both of those are true, yes.
A person in my position cannot afford the luxury of sentiment. And so while I care, I value Mrs. Carrington, what I can do is find those who have such luxuries and provide direction for them. We understand one another, Mr. Rathbone.
We totally understand one another.
Then, I trust that your sentiment will not cloud you on securing Mrs. Carrington's safety.
I will do whatever needs to be done for that.
Achieve that, and you will have something more than the modest amount of respect that I have for you.
Thank you very much.
He places his hat back on his head and says, "Good. There are not many in this city who can say that they have my gratitude. I wonder, will you be among that few?"
I think the time will tell. I will do whatever I can do. And if I fail, there will be no talk between us any longer. Unless you learn the art of necromancy.
He places his hand. I suspect that you will survive, Mr. Rathbone, though remain clear-eyed. Do not confuse yourself. Larger questions obscure clear answers.
Sometimes.
Good day, Mr. Rathbone. And he,
Good day.
tack, walks off, leaving you. So, I expect you guys will all meet back up at the office after your respective meetings. I expect that Dr. Earthsprung and Sally, you will have an opportunity to discuss the information that you've received and make any initial plans as to what to do with it before Basil returns, which is because there would have been a delay in Basil's meeting with Henri Daniel. So what do you make of the information you've got then? You've got an address. It is effectively a place in a slum.
Well, I think on the way back to the office, I'll be looking to see if we've got any sight of the IOU.
You would. They are particularly following Golag at this point.
So no sight at the moment.
If you return back to the office, I think you would find someone atop there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I should try and gesture for a meeting or a discussion.
If you gesture, then within your study, Sepulchre. Oh no, hold on. It's I'm confusing him with. Actually, Sepulchre would show up at the door, I think, because he's not. They're not concerned about you of keeping a secret from IOU at this point. He knocks on the door and then asks if he might be let in.
Yep.
And so it is when he gets in, he sits down in a chair, and then Matthias Ducard manifests and mimics sitting down in the opposite chair to him. And they both begin talking, and then they sort of look at one another, and Sepulchre gestures to Matthias, like, please, you. And Matthias says, what have you learned?
Obviously, you've been tasked with keeping Golag safe. But involved with this, we are looking for a missing reporter, and we've been given an address of where they might be, and I wondered if with your connections with Dark, if you'd, been given this information, or if you know of the detective agency looking into the disappearance of this Miss Carrington.
They look at each other, and Matthias does the speaking this time. We have not had word of our task as IOU has been to watch Golag and this office. Sepulchre then speaks. It is a large organization.
Indeed.
But, and he looks over at Matthias, we could inquire.
I think it's too late for that. As soon as Basil returns, then we will be, I believe, investigating this address. And all I ask is whether you can aid us with your eyes whilst we investigate and try and get the safe return of Miss Carrington.
They both look at one another. If there is something that passes between them, it seems that they come to an agreement. They look back, and this is Sepulchre speaking once again. We were colleagues once. How can we help?
Well, as I said, you'll be watching us, but at the same time, if you can keep an eye on this residence when we investigate it, just in case anyone tries to escape, or if there's going to be any extra trouble that we weren't expecting, maybe you could give us a friendly heads up.
I think we can do more than that. So let's say you guys were planning for about an hour, you're showing the place, you're kind of talking over contingencies, and that's when Basil returns as well. So it's late in the afternoon now. So Basil, you come back, and surprisingly, Sepulchre and Matthias, diffused from him. He's the spirit that haunts Sepulchre's body. He is separate, and they seem to be planning something in here.
So I guess you were successful?
We were indeed.
Sally has managed to get an address that we might or hope to find Miss Carrington.
Okay. Then we should go there. My investigation led to a lead, but that lead is not so helpful. It was indeed, as I hoped, that Durgosh had somehow tried to find out and used contacts in the underworld. But he did go about it in another way than I hoped. He just killed them and questioned their dead bodies. So I found more signs of dead and ritualistically murdered corpses.
It leaves a path of destruction and death.
Yes.
Durgosh.
Yeah. So, and I would turn to especially Matthias then. So be aware that what we're going against is seems to be a very capable necromancer, and he seems to be able to make use of ghosts and spirits and all this kind of magic.
There's a kind of wry grin, that kind of goes on his face, and he says, "There are worse things than dying."
Yeah, that might be very true, yeah.
Sepulcher says that we have discussed a plan of action. And he looks at or gestures at Matthias. We can watch both entrance and exit.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
There may be some of our agency there as well. We may know them. If so, we will co-opt them for our actions. But
yeah, we have to consider the possibility that whoever went there and was a little bit too careless might be dead and fighting against us.
We have considered that as well. Anything else you guys wish to discuss?
No, I have no further information for this case. The only thing that seems clearer now is that maybe that person is maybe more helpless or more desperate than we might have thought before. I mean, it seemed like a little bit clumsy in a way how we went about, but
do you think it's possible that they're on a time frame as well, and that's why they're getting more desperate?
It might be, yes. It might be that there is. So it took him weeks to get to this point, and if his mission was really to get the artifacts, then it seems like he failed so far.
So maybe just delaying him will be good enough.
I think that in that case, his wrath might find excellent targets in his hostages. So we need
Not if we rescue them first.
Yeah. I think that should be our priority.
Yeah.
Get them out there safely, and I think
with the necromancer as the secondary priority.
Yeah, and I think Dark might be out there for revenge as well. So
yeah, I'll obviously mention to Basil that this address was also given to the Paridar detective agency, or so they may be. As Sepulcher said, they may be there.
Let me ask you this: do you think that the Paridar detective agency understands that there's a connection between the attack on Doc and the kidnapping of Miss Carrington?
No.
I think they're too busy just looking after Dark and whatever else they're involved in, and they just haven't really spent too much time or
yeah, I would
invested too much time in it.
yeah. I would suppose that they sent, I don't know, 3-4 people there, and they got easily overpowered and are not.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think they've put enough resources into it yet, and it's only been 3 hours. Maybe it's not a big enough priority, and like you say, they haven't got the connection.
Yeah. So then we should move fast and not wait any longer, I suppose.
Yep. And I'll grab up anything off of the table, like any sort of discussions or plans been made, and start to head out.
Okay. We'll add. Let me resize these tokens just a scooch. There we go. All right. How do you wish to get there? Are you hiring a cab, or are you?
I think I should just hold the keys out in front of Basil.
No. I think Golek took the car with him this time.
Oh, we could take that. Oh, it's a shame. No,
Somewhere, Sean's mom is looking up at him and like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "I suddenly felt a chill."
There's a disturbance in the force.
That's disturbance in employee relations.
Yeah, I think we should just use a cab. Maybe that might be a lot faster, anyways.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Give me a moment here, guys. Okay.
And it's so hard driving while standing. So.
You could always adjust the seat.
Yeah, but then I can't see through the window.
Make some adaptations.
Okay. Give me a sec here. Just need to get one thing. Set up for you. Grab these. Okay. Okay, we're watching outside.
Yeah, and while we're talking, you think something that might that occurred to me? Maybe it is coincidence, but could it be that Golek's mother is trying to reach Golek because she actually won the battle with the Sunslayer and wants him to come back to claim his throne?
Well, it's her throne, isn't it? So, what, she wants to hand it over to Golek?
Yeah, well, he's the heir to the throne, so I mean, it's not unheard of that once the threat was removed, then the heirs are getting back into court.
Seems unlikely. He can barely run. He can barely run a detective agency, let alone a
kingdom. Yeah.
I'm yeah. I just I don't know what to say to that. Yeah.
I think Sean's going to ask his mum about it.
Yeah.
He is burning as he goes. What's this?
All right. This.
I think there will be some discussions with Golek's mother anyhow. So.
Okay. Sorry, I thought I set this up before, but I did not. Okay. And I need this. I think I was hoping that a certain piece of mail would show up before. Now I gotta make sure to change the settings of tokens for you guys as well. I've got it set as a default so everybody sees everything when I drop a token. And I think every time we have it's so rare we have like fights here that I'll think about it during our session, and then the next time we have a fight, I'll have forgotten about it completely.
I mean, we could go without the fight. I mean, we could just.
So you're surrendering. Got it.
Harsh words.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's lunchtime as well. You could be out for lunch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh, it's
He may
well
be
past that.
napping.
It's late afternoon at this point by the time you guys arrive. Certainly.
early dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I designed some very basic RPG for children when my son was very young, so I made it a skill to just scold other people. So instead of attacking, you would just tell them off.
Nice.
Without foul language, I hope.
Yeah. Just tell them how. Oh, yeah, come on, can't do that.
Okay,
I could tell it.
I forgot to load one thing here, but that's okay. That's okay. We've only got less than an hour left anyway, so I'm not sure it's going to be necessary. If it is, I'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All right, so then, guys, move these up here. Let me bring you over, and I will shift ping you to your location. Here we go. Okay. So, this will be the entrance. This is the door to get in. This place is a derelict building, barely holding on. It is 2 stories, ground floor, second floor, ground floor and attic, I believe. And it is in amongst a bunch of other similar placed buildings. So there is a walkway. This part of Paridar has quite muddy streets. If there has been paving, they've let much of it be damaged, and it has not been updated in some time. This would be the way to get in. There are grimy windows out front, and if you poke your head past, you might be able to see in. You can feel free to move your tokens along the boardwalk up front there.
So I guess I'm too small to have a peek. So it's more like Sally.
Kind of look up if you want.
Sally wants to go to the door. Okay. So well, then I will just try to just peek to the window, through the window.
I guess the other question is there any signs of the Paridar investigation? Anyone else? Like spying on the place, or...
Why don't you each give us a perception check, please? I'm assuming you do that going in. You'll get the benefit of Matthias and Sepulcher helping, so you'll get a +2. You can add +2. Remember, don't put a plus sign in. Oh, and I think I will.
Not my strong suit today, but okay.
At home, or joining us at home, let me turn the GM darkness up a little bit. So, there we go. Okay. All right. So you guys, Sally, you were quite confident that there is nobody who's watching over here.
They either have not turned up, or they are inside and all is not well.
The windows are so smeared over and seemingly nailed shut that beyond just that there is blackness within there, there's no way of seeing what is inside.
Okay. So then I would just sneak through to the door and try to open it.
Okay.
And see if it creaks or so. I'm just
Sally and Doctor and Igor, do you wish to position yourselves where you want? Nope. Stand on top of one another.
He's following me.
All right. And
So Sally, come down from Igor.
Sorry, the door is actually at the. It's. I'm just going to move you over because the door is actually right over here.
So we're all standing at the door.
At the window. Okay, so then, guys, I'm going to open the door in 3, 2, 1.
So then I would just sneak a little bit in
Sure.
and see if I can see anything. Huh? Seems empty. There's a door. Maybe we could go
There's
further.
a door. There is a rotted couch. There is a fireplace at the end. Cold.
And the IOU are watching the back door. They said.
Both front and back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go in and try the next door.
There is a smell of just a hint of rotted meat within here. Yeah, and it's one of those things that once it gets caught in your nose, it just very difficult to. Here we go.
So let's open that door as well. Igor, Adam, you want to come a little bit closer or want to stay there?
I was hanging back a little bit just because of
So
the
then I
noise
open the
you make.
door. Yeah.
Okay. So 3, 2, 1. You open a corridor.
So this. Yeah.
Doors
this is-
down and stairs, it seems.
Yeah, so we want to go upstairs or just clear the thing here first?
Those stairs, I believe,
We'll
go.
go down, maybe?
Let's take a look here. No, those go up.
It's my impression from the shadow, but sometimes.
Can we just pause and listen to see if we hear any creaking from above or any sort of noise?
Yeah. So why don't you give us another perception check, please?
Yeah. That's better. My first 10 in this game, yes.
Nice. Okay. So it does. You guys can hear some very quiet whispering.
This sounds
You
very
can almost
quiet.
make out some words. It sounds like roll initiative.
Oh, this
So
sounds familiar.
Everyone go ahead. I don't think you need to click on your token. Go ahead and roll initiative. Oof, we're using perception for it.
Oh,
Nicely done, Doctor. Holy smokes. There we go. I got 26. All right. So, what you can see is there are ghostly fingers that are beginning to push their way through the wall or the door. So, I'll just position where the first square of movement is going to be for the ghosts. So you can react accordingly on your turn. They're not there yet, but you can sort of picture they're passing through the wall as they are moving their way out to attack you. Doctor, you're up first. 3 actions. What are you doing?
so you say they're coming through. Are they attackable at this stage?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Oh, okay. So Igor is going to move up and engage with those.
Okay.
So he'll move for 1, and then he'll take 2 attacks.
Go right ahead.
At the nearest one.
Everyone, nice. Okay, great hit. So that is 26 damage. And... Okay, that is, look at this, almost fully dissipates one of them. Oopsies. Come on, there we go. Okay. And his second attack, attack number 2.
Yep.
Another hit. Nice. And that one is not a crit, but a good hit, though. And that fully dissipates that ghost. And then, Doctor?
I'm just going to engage this one, and I'll just shout out, "Fine Carrington!"
Okay.
As I engage with this.
Sally?
I need to get into my stance,
Okay.
move across here, and go for my attack.
Okay. So first attack will be 2 for 1 action.
Yep. So let's get in here.
Nice. That's actually a crit. You can go ahead and roll crit damage. Nice. Okay. And then your second, your flurry. No, attack
And my
number 2.
second.
Hit, not a crit. Okay. And I think that's it. No, you have one more action. Or does it take an action to get in your stance?
It takes an action to get in stance.
Got it. Okay. The ghosts or spectral thing. Let's start with left to right here. Sally does... No, that one's not going to do it. Attack number 2 does not hit. Attack number 3 does not hit. I should grab some extra dice here. All right. Doctor. I take it that a 17 doesn't hit.
No.
Okay. Ooh. No, and how about a 20?
No, 24.
24,
Yes,
nice.
yeah.
Okay, and then Basil. This one is going to down the stairs at you. Does a 33 crit you?
No, it's not a crit, but a hit.
Not a crit, but a hit. Okay, you take 9 points of void damage as this thing passes through you.
Yeah, okay.
And then the second attack is a miss. Basil, you're up.
Yeah. So one question. So how do they look like? Like
They honestly look like they look like either like unhoused people or otherwise like low income. They look like they're locals who were murdered.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it. And the other question was, I can use recall knowledge to just find out whether, for instance, my strike would do any damage here, any additional damage, and I would like to know that.
Okay.
So this would be, I guess, again.
Well, you faced these things before, so you know that answer. That the precision will not help here.
Yeah. Okay. So I thought I remembered that. So then I would spend 1 action to draw the short sword.
Okay.
And then I would attack twice.
Okay.
This is, seems to be the course of action.
That is a hit, not a crit.
So that's 13.
Okay.
Yeah. And the second one. That is bad.
Okay, you want to hero that? Hero point that?
No, not at this point. No.
That's it then. Yeah, Doctor, you're up.
Okay. I can't see what's going on, so I think I'm going to move in to the corridor. What are these squares going to be?
Each is 5.
5. Okay.
And diagonals count as 1.
2. And these are doors on the left and right of the corridor, are they?
Yes, the white kind of rectangles are doors.
Okay. I'm going to rush down here. So that's me. And then Igor's going to attack.
Okay.
So...
Do you need to be in line of sight to be able to give instructions?
Oof. It doesn't say so, but I guess I could have told him before I could have done him before.
Okay.
But he can do one action on his own if I leave him unattended.
Okay. So that's no fumble. Okay. Go ahead.
Can I re-roll that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna re-roll that one. Not much better.
Moderately better. At least not a fumble. I can't spend action die to trigger it.
And then his second attack.
Okay.
Is terrible as well. Only gets 3 actions, doesn't he, for 2 actions?
Does,
so, yeah. And his third attack then.
That is at least a hit. Okay. But again, these are sort of like partially passing through them. You may recall you had sent Golag out to collect some stuff to try and affect these things more with more impact.
Yep.
Then it is Sally's turn.
Sally will smack.
Okay.
As she is wont to do.
That's a crit. Go ahead and roll. Actually, that you don't need to roll damage. It's dead.
Oh, go on, just for laughs.
Okay. There you go. Same amount. So that's at if you're depending if that was your flurry or not.
I guess that was my flurry.
Okay.
Just to make sure. So now I will
2 more actions.
Run back, and I will take a third attack.
You got it. So it's attack number 2 then, technically.
Oh yes, it is, isn't it?
You want to hero that? Hero point that?
No, just similar to Basil. I think we may have need of them.
Okay. Then, let's see. Speaking of Basil, let's start with Basil here. Shit, let's roll the same thing. So a hit, not a crit. Basil, you take 10 more damage. Second attack is a 23.
Okay, 23 is just a hit. It's exactly on point.
Okay, that is 3 points of damage.
Yeah.
And then this thing screams out a baleful howl, and I need Dr. Basil and Sally to each give us a will save against DC 21, please.
Ooh.
Crit. Success. Sally, you want to hero point that?
Oh, I better. Yes.
Nice. Okay, so you all succeeded with... Oh, except for the doctor who got a crit. So you're absolutely immune. Everyone is. You're all immune to its howl for this round. Then, Sally, we got one facing you. You didn't actually hit it, though, so I think it's going to go after Igor. A 33 against Igor. Is that a crit?
Is that a crit? That's a good question. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So that is 13 points of damage from the first hit.
Okay.
Oof, should hit for the second one. 4 more damage. And miss with the third. And then it is Basil's turn. Reading Basil?
Yeah, I think I will try to attack the one in front of me again.
Okay.
Just, I don't know anything better to do, so let's do that.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Again, it does seem to be largely passing through it.
Yeah, but it's... I will nibble it down, maybe.
That's a miss.
But yeah, it's such a bad roll. Come on, I will spend a hero point reroll that.
Here we go. Come on. Big money. There you go.
Yes.
Nice.
Better, but...
Yeah, dog shit damage. So.
Yeah, so it's yeah. Okay, and the last one, which is maybe yeah.
And that is a miss as well. You want to hero point that?
No.
Okay.
That's-
Doctor.
Okay, I'm going to do Igor first because he probably does need line of sight. So he just gets one action. So
Okay.
he's just going to swing at this one that he's engaged with.
Okay. That is a hit, not a crit. Go.
And then I'm going to try and open this door on the east side of where I am currently.
Absolutely. Okay.
Looking for Miss Carrington.
this fatigue condition, it's bringing me down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on. That's what I want to do. Okay. Doctor, you open the door in 3, 2, 1. I believe you have 2 more actions.
Can I just look inside the room?
Absolutely.
Because I'm trapped.
There are 2
Yep, there we go.
stuff. Ghosts that
I
look
don't-
over at you.
And I don't see any sign of any sort of hostage.
2 more doors leading out of here.
Oh, okay.
One over any of these little white squares are doors.
Yep.
Okay.
It's quite a big place. Okay, so I've got 2 more actions.
Yeah. You one more action.
Oh, one more
You were
action.
seeking for that one.
Yep. I'll probably just stand my ground in the door so I can't get ambushed by him.
Okay. Sally.
Let's take this thing down.
Here we go.
Here we go. Boom, boom, boom.
Hit, not a crit. Oh.
Next.
It's a miss. You want to hero point that?
No.
Okay.
And now I'll hit again. Number 3.
Yeah. Hey, you can do a full doom error. Oh my god. Just barely miss.
Oh, and I've got my last one then.
Yep. All right. What do you think's throwing her off on this?
She's in a rush to get further in and not dick around with these things.
Yeah. Then it is the ghosts. So we have one into the doctor here and one up here. Let's see, doctor. We've got attack number 1, 25.
Yep.
You take 10 points of damage from that first one. 10 void. Second attack misses. The one on top of you at 24. No,
Yep.
27. Yeah,
Yep,
that's it. 12 points of void damage.
Okay.
And the second one misses. Basil. 28.
Yes.
That is 7 points of damage. Miss with a second. Miss with a third. Sally, you're going to get attack number 1 here. I don't think that a 24 hits you.
No.
Okay. Attack number 2 is a miss. And 1 on Igor. Miss. All right. That is it for the ghosts. They're just clawing at you. Basil.
Come on now. This is one. So now.
Hit.
Yes.
Okay.
It was subpar damage, but yeah.
There you go.
I'm sorry, this was the wrong one.
That is okay.
Next one. It's a little bit, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit. Sorry, I did not see it as a new roll. There you go.
And the last one.
Hit.
Oh.
Does not do any damage, though.
This is
Okay.
so annoying.
2 o'clock, everyone gets a hero point.
This is, I never roll.
I should be
on my
clear.
2 dice.
Everyone gets a hero point except for me. Guys,
Yeah.
you see what this game does? It stars me.
Yeah.
All right. Then,
If you want, you can take your hero point as well.
Doctor, what are you doing?
I'm gonna give Igor a shout, so I'm gonna get him to move.
Okay.
So,
Get up here.
So that's him done. And then I shall take a couple of swings at these ones.
Okay. You have a target priority?
The one at the top of the corridor, the sort of north of me.
You got it. That is a hit. Look at this.
And
Big hit
I'll
too,
take
Doctor. Wow.
One more swing.
That is a hit as well.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. Is that it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Sally.
I will. Oh, I'll do the double just to make sure we get rid of this bugger.
Got it. Where is that? That is a crit. Go ahead and roll crit damage. That is enough to shred it with your first attack. Your follow-up, expecting it to, require it, is just passes through empty air. 2 more actions.
I will.
You can attack on an angle around the wall, just that they're going to get cover. You cannot move through enemy squares, though, so you're kind of stuck.
But I think I can.
Oh, can you?
I think I can. Let's just try. Let's just try my thing.
Ooh.
I have a thing.
Nice. What do we got here? Wall run.
Now, is there room, you think, for me to run along the wall? Dive up?
I mean, it is a slum dwelling, so let's see here. I think so. Why not? You're rarely going to get a chance to move this. So let's,
one up.
Yeah. So,
2, 3, 4, 5, and drop down again there.
nice.
I
Okay.
can't do anything, but now they're flanked.
Exactly. You have 1 more action.
And then let's go and say, smacky, surprise.
Number 2.
Oops, on the wrong page.
Nice. That's a crit as well. Go ahead and roll crit damage. That is enough. That is just enough. So, Doctor, you're facing these 2 things. You hammer this one. It looks like it's going to seize in on you, and then suddenly, over your head, she drops down and dissipates this thing with a single strike. Then, Ghost o'clock. So, Doctor, you have barely a moment to recover, but you do avoid that first hit, the second one as well, and nat 20 on the third. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, that is 7. That is 15 points of damage with the crit. And then Basil, 30 on the nose.
Yeah, it's a hit, but not a crit.
Good. That is 11 points of damage. A miss and a miss.
These creatures, they roll so good on their damage rolls.
They do. Basil, you're up. I mean, the monsters will monsters even of lower level will do more damage than you guys.
Yeah.
Because you guys get to heal.
But I just roll once on the die. So that's,
There's that. I was
need
trying
some
to throw you a
Italian
bone
touch.
here, but
yeah. So I will attack again. Come on here, this.
there we go.
And again, it's 5 damage. And this is 2d6 plus 2, and yeah.
Brutal.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Again.
could hero point that and re-roll if you like.
No. Come on. I will
Okay.
just go for the next one.
Attack number-
And this is even a miss, and the last one
Come
because
on.
I'm
Nat 20. Let's see it. Come on.
no.
No. Okay. Doctor, unless you're going to hero point that.
No.
Okay, Doctor.
I'm gonna open the door behind me to the west.
Is there a door there?
Oh, I thought there was. Is that white bit there?
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
a
You
door?
have to be in front of that, though. You
I'll
could
make
command
it
Igor
more-
to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Igor, open the door then.
Okay.
Are you feeling we're not getting swarmed enough here?
I want to find Miss Carrington before they decide to put her out of her misery.
Dissipator. Go for it.
Yeah.
Igor throws the door open.
And because I was with him, I'll give him 3 actions. So
Okay.
he's got no sight, unfortunately.
Okay.
So I can't see what's in there.
Doctor, I think you've got 2 actions left.
I can't see what Igor can see. Hang on.
No.
Oh, there's nothing in there.
Okay, so you're moving in there? Okay, so that's 2. No, yeah, there's a reason.
Well,
You
no,
can't
no,
see through Igor's eyes. It's not a familiar, right? So,
Well, can he not communicate with me in any way?
it's not like a familiar where you're able to just see through it. That's why there's no vision or no sight on him.
Ah, right, okay. Well, I'll tell him to search the room, so
Okay.
that'll be his other action. He'll go in and...
Okay. So he's searching
Search
the
for
room that
people.
leaves you 2 actions, we'll say.
Yeah, that probably cost me 2 actions to do that, so I'll have 1 attacker this one.
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yep.
Come on, big money. There you go. That's a crit. Go ahead and roll crit damage.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, look at this.
Oh,
Oh, hold up. There we go. Boom! Huge hit. Sally.
I'll step 1 then. And here we go.
Okay. That is that's actually a miss because of the angle.
Okay.
You want to hero point that?
No, I'm
Okay.
just going to smack him again.
That is a hit, but not a crit. So that is that. You have 2 more actions.
And
Oh,
I
1 more
will-
action because he stepped.
And I'll...
And that's enough to take it down. Nice. All right, let's see if... Oh, Basil. Okay. Missed with the first attack, Basil. I think I might have hit with the second one. 25.
Yeah, that hits.
That is 10 more damage. Void damage. And then the final one is a miss. Basil, you're up.
Come on. So I just need to hit. This is so annoying.
Come
So
on.
come on. Yeah.
You want to hero point that?
No.
Are you
no.
doing this fencing thing?
Yeah, I'm
Little
not sure
pokey.
what's going on here. This is yeah. Okay, so
Number 2. Here's the crit. Here it comes. Green. Let's see some green. That is a hit.
but-
And that is a much more respectable hit. Look at that.
yeah, this is
Here it comes.
the last one maybe.
Come on, Basil.
Finally, no.
You want to hero
Now
point that
my
one?
damage is better. Yeah, no.
Okay. Doctor? Basil seems to be playing with his.
He certainly does. So I told Igor to go and search for someone, and so if he hasn't found anything, I assume he will just walk back out.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have to, he'll spend the round searching here. There is
Oh, okay. I'll leave him searching then.
okay.
I'm going to come down here and help.
But at the end of this
Basil.
round he will know whether or not. Okay, so you look in.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of crates that are in there. He's kind of opening them up.
Yep. I shall attack this one that's fighting
Okay.
Basil.
Go ahead, just gonna have some cover.
I got this.
that's a hit.
I got this. Yeah.
Stop playing around.
I
All
got
right.
this. Come on.
And that is it for all the ghosts you can see. So let's stay in initiative order because we're kind of ticking down right now. So, Sally.
I will move up here and open this door.
Okay. What are 3?
I shall.
A greasy
Trundle.
window and no obvious exit from this room. Basil.
All right, so
Yeah.
yep.
So there was something down here, so I'm moving over here.
Okay.
Open the door as a second action.
Okay. That is. What are 3? A bedroom of some kind.
Okay. So I will enter and look around. Oh, sorry. So
Looks like there's another door in the top. You
Okay.
can continue moving up towards it if you like.
okay. So
Okay.
then I'll go up here. So but
Right.
can't go any further.
Doctor.
Maybe he.
How having not heard anything from my colleagues, I shall go back into this room.
Okay.
Is that 2 actions to get there? Probably.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's one action.
Oh, okay. I'll open the door.
That's the second action. So,
And then have a look inside for my 3rd action.
1, 2, 3. A sitting room of some kind. Go ahead and move yourself in.
Yep. And then Igor will just come back into the corridor, I guess, for his 1 action.
Okay. Sally.
I will, since we've investigated everything down here, so I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 1, 2, 3. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, Basil is in here.
And there's nothing else.
There is a door.
No, there's a door up here.
And then, yeah, well, I guess I'll go up there. I won't have any.
There's a door right here. The
Oh, yeah.
white ones are the door. These are windows.
This is a window.
All right. So,
Okay.
um,
So I wanted to look out, obviously.
Okay. Yeah. If you throw that door open as your final action, Sally,
yep.
that's what you find. Small closet. Basil.
Yeah, I guess I'm just going down now. Going here. And going further down. So, didn't see anything. Sally didn't say anything. Maybe we have to go upstairs. And
Did you see a way up?
yeah, there's stairs here.
Okay.
Okay.
Next to Igor.
Okay.
Where I was fighting, you know?
And we get to go to 2 different layers, guys. This is terrific.
Oh.
Let's see.
Oh, Basil's gone upstairs.
No, I can't get up there this round. I'm used all my movement. So.
Oh,
I
can you?
don't
Okay.
know.
Okay. I'm just going to set the opacity here. And I'll do that for this one as well. So the folks at home can see where the darkness is. And GM darkness. There we go. It drives me bonkers that at default it doesn't block tokens from moving through dynamic lighting walls. Like you have to actually set it. Yeah.
Seems a strange choice.
Yeah, but I'm sure like there's people who want you to be able to move through it who get hung up on things, so they probably there's a reason they have it set that way. It annoys me for my preferences. So, Doctor, what are you doing?
I shall tell Igor to just follow Basil, escort Basil, and then I'm going to just check around that corner, see nothing there, I assume.
Yep.
In that room, and then head back out.
Okay.
Back
There is a
down.
second door out of here that you have yet to. Oh, yeah, you're way ahead of me.
I'll go
Okay.
down there. So I'll just open that with my last action.
Okay. Another
And that's
room
me
used to be a
done.
dining room, and there is another door out, outside to the bottom right, and then one to the top of the room as well.
Yeah, I think I've run out of actions at that point. So.
Okay. Sally.
Okay, so I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
Now I'm getting lost. So where am I supposed to go? I'll say it. Oh,
Basil is making his way upstairs. You can hear the doctor's voice in the room to your right.
right. I'll head up the stairs as well then.
Okay, you could open the door if you choose.
I would like to open the door then.
So then let me do this. Grab your token. And... Ooh. Now I should be able to make your way all the way to the end of this corridor here. And then... Let's do this here. Sally. Let's move you. Oop.
Bye.
First, let's do this. Wait.
So no teleportation or something. So Sally is still there.
The way that the screen is set up right now. How can I do this easily? Okay, you may see something weird here for a sec, Sally. Let me see about this. I'm trying to remember how this works. So I'm going to move you to the Eliminator's office. Yes. Then... Oopsies. Here we go. I'm going to move you. Nope, not that. There we go. You can see where you are now, Sally?
Yep, I can see.
Okay, a door on either side. Do you still have one more action?
I'll open the one on my left.
Okay. And let me... Oop. That's not what I wanted. I wanted... this. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right, Sally, ready? 1, 2. 2 more
Those
spectral
days.
entities turn towards you.
I think that's me, isn't it? I think.
That is you. And let me add them to the turn order. And I think I need to add you twice on the turn order because we're on different pages. If I'm wrong about that, it'll just be duplicate.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. And they have 29. Okay. All right. I'm going to put you there, Sally. And put them in there.
Quick, but not quick enough.
Okay, then we're going to go back to the rest of our party here. And it is... Ooh. It's the ghosties with the mosties. Hold up. Let me get back to them. They're going to spend one action seeking. And then they pass through the door. Basil, you can hear the screech of more of these things as they're going in on Sally. Miss. And miss. Yay. Basil, you're up.
Yeah, so I follow Sally upwards.
Okay, so let's keep your token there. I'll bring you over. And I think I'll have to duplicate your token in the initiative tracker as well, just to make sure it's actually showing up. I've never had to do an initiative tracker across 2 things, so...
Yeah, I think it's 2 initiative trackers, or we don't see the other tokens or so. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see here. I think it's the same, because it always is ever 1. You can't open a second tracker in Roll20.
Okay.
But if you add it has to be from the tokens from that relevant page.
Okay.
So let me, once again, pick up the party here. Let's do Basil. I'm just going to bring you over to the Illuminator's office once again for a moment.
I always did the cheap way to have just maps adjacent to each other on the same page.
Yeah, it's a new feature that's only been in for like the last maybe 2 years or year, but it's I really like it. I rarely get to use it. Okay, so you guys, why am I not? Here.
I'm now back at the office,
Yeah,
which is
hold on.
nice.
It is.
Find out where Golag is, will you?
Yeah. He's still trying to find this anti-ghost stuff we are asking for.
Don't make excuses for him.
Okay. I think this might work. Nope. That moves the whole party. No, that moves the whole thing. It's weird because I was able to drag and drop when you guys were separate. Let's see here. Oh, I just learned something else, though. That's interesting. Okay, I'm just going to move everyone back together, and then I'm going to do this. Oh!
Yeah,
Yes! There we go. Hot damn. It's got a little patience there. Okay, and then...
Yeah.
So this is what you see. You move up 1.
And yeah, so that was, I think, 1 move action,
That's
maybe?
correct. Yeah.
And then I will just attack.
Go right ahead.
So, is this, so it is flat-footed, maybe? I don't know.
It is, but no modifier on your side, just on my side.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
It's flanked, technically, but... 26. Yeah, that is a crit. Go ahead and roll crit damage.
Yeah, that was... Yeah. Yeah.
Cannot catch a break.
No.
You have 1 more action.
Yeah, I will hit again, hopefully. I didn't, so yeah.
Did not. All right. Doctor, back to you. You can hear the sounds of combat upstairs.
Well, I'm going to continue the search just in case.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to open this door here.
Got it. Look at this. Go ahead and peek inside. You, as part of your action, you can peek inside. Stairs down. And you can hear someone shouting down there. A woman's voice, muffled.
All right. Well, I'll call out to Igor to follow me because he hasn't gone upstairs yet. So
Okay.
I don't know where the door is, but he'll start moving in. And I'm
How
going
much does he
to rush
move?
down.
Is it 5 or 6?
It is... Where is his movement? 25, so 5.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2,
And
3, 4, 5. He's right there with
I'm
2
gonna
actions.
I'm going to run down the stairs.
Love it. Okay. I'm going to set Igor. Does Igor have 1 more action then, or?
I'm just giving him. If I'm out of sight, I'm just giving him 1 because he's a master now, or whatever the. I think it's a masterwork construct. He can do 1 action on his own, sort of thing.
Okay. I'm just going to put him right at the top of the stairs. We know that he needs to spend 1 move to get in there, but let me move you over to this one. So I think this is actually less complicated. There we go.
This is my last action going down the stairs.
Okay. And
I think you're going up, or...
No, he's gone down.
He found other stairs.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Doctor, you're on a 34.
We're on the wrong floor.
So
he could shout. I mean...
Oh, you want to go in front of that one that's in front of you, yeah?
Well, that's the end of my movement. I think that's as far as I can move, so I'll go as far as I can.
So
I don't know if I heard where the noise come from. But...
Yep. Back to Sally. What are you doing?
Right, I better get these things out of the way quick then.
Okay. Which one are you attacking? The one that you're flanking, or the one that's...
Yeah, I may as well get rid of the one that's...
Okay, so that is a hit. Not a lot of damage, though. Okay. Attack number 2. Hit as well. Not
another useless roll.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need to let Ingolf roll for you for damage. You can roll your... Just kidding. No.
Yeah, you infected me.
That's a miss, but you got 1 more. The full
One
Doomare.
more.
That is a hit. There you go. Okay. Then it is...
You wrote a 1 again on one of those 2d6.
All right, so then this thing is going to... the one on the bottom is going to attack Basil.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 22 hit you?
Nope.
Nice. Okay. How about a 20...
If it's greater than 22, it hits.
Okay, I'm just doing the math. Yeah, 24. So that is 8 points of void damage.
Damn it.
And then misses on the final one. Sally, does a 27 hit you?
Oh, it does.
Oh, shit. Okay. Sally, you take 7 points of void damage. Oh shit! You take a hit again. That is 8 points of void damage, and then that's a miss. Basil.
Yeah.
Anna says good luck.
Okay, so I will try again. This time.
Okay.
This time, you know.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
There you go. Crit. Go ahead, roll crit. Come on. All right.
And I don't understand. So this is I can't even fathom that. How I managed to roll 2d6 plus 2 and get only 10 if it doubles. Okay.
Yeah. Double check your crit maybe to make sure you're rolling. Because we had that issue with Dr. Ursprung's attacks, I think, as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will roll my second one as well. So come on.
Okay.
This
that is a hit. Not a crit, but that is... Go.
And the last one.
That is a hit as well. And that is enough to take it down. Basil, well done. Doctor, let me move you over to, or move us over to the attic once again. Or to the, hold up, you're in the basement.
Sorry, me?
No, it is the doctor's turn. I'm just getting something ready. Here. Okay, if I could just stop clicking back and forth from the wrong, thing. I'm just jumping all over the damn place.
But it's 2d6 plus 2 times 2, so this is correct.
Oh, jeez. Okay, Doctor, which one? You have 3 actions.
I wasn't sure. Could I make out which door the noise was coming from or not?
You can seek. Spend 1 action. Give us a perception check, please. This is a very low DC.
That's pretty low.
You want to hear report that?
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh yeah.
That's actually good enough. I was thinking 15 anyway. To the south.
Okay, so that's the door I'm going to try and open.
You got it. Cast the door open.
And I shall step inside.
Yeah.
I can't see much in there, so I'm just going to move in.
There's double doors at the bottom. That's where the noise is coming from.
Yeah, so I'll just get to the door, and then I'll just move Igor 1 movement. Following me.
Okay.
That's me done.
Then Sally.
All right, better get rid of this thing. We don't have time for this. Plus, bloody hit me.
That is a hit.
Not much, though. Let's see if we can do better. There we go.
There you go. That is a crit. We're going to roll crit damage. Whoa.
Oh, yes.
Look at this. 2 more attacks.
Right.
Or 2 more actions, at least.
Good solid smack.
Come on. And that's the Dumer. So you have 1 more action, Sally.
And then I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, Basil, I shout as I whistle past.
Okay. Let me
So there's nothing upstairs?
Don't know, don't care.
Okay.
Are you on the correct? You're on the top of the stairs right now, Sally?
Oh, I was trying to.
run down.
I was trying to run down to where.
No, what I mean is that you on your screen you can see the top of the stairs.
Oh, yes, I'm at the top of the stairs.
So
I
go
see
ahead
it.
and carry on
Yep.
moving. I have you guys split across 3 screens.
Oh no, that was my. That was the end of my.
Oh,
move.
that was the end of your action. Okay, got it. Okay, the ghosts are gone, which means let's let Basil get the final action here. So we're back in the attic.
Yeah, so I want to check here. I mean,
Okay.
I don't think Sally did. So I don't know. This door seems to be half open. Oh no, I can move through. So I will just check if there's anything here.
Nope. There are a bunch of dead bodies in here, however. They all appear to be very similar to what you saw.
And then I would go through the other door, and that the screen blacks out, so I can't go any further north here. That's okay.
No, because that's a wall you're moving into.
Okay, so.
But if you move into the hallway and you're trying to open that other door.
Yes, yeah.
That's what you're trying to do? Okay, then allow me.
That's maybe the last action.
To open the door for you.
Yeah. Oh. Seems to be something there, maybe.
The murdered body of a Paridar detective agent is right in front of you. He has a ready to action, but it's not going to land for 2 weeks' time. So we are out of time. Let me add his turn in here. Let me roll initiative for him. We'll be starting next turn. Oof. Yep, off with a bang. Okay. Then, yeah, that's where we'll leave. We'll leave everybody. Let me bring all the things back together. Let's move everyone over to the main page, and then we'll regroup everyone. Awesome. Love it. Okay. Then we'll leave the initiative tracker as is. And guys, that brings us to the end of session, or chapter 8 of our Queen of the Veiled Sun mystery. For those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where all of us are active, and we have channels there dedicated to this game, this campaign, and most of the games we have running on the channel, as well as channels dedicated to Find a Group, GM discussion, virtual tabletop chat. Basil's already dropped out of Roll20.
So it closed down on me because I couldn't move my character sheet anymore.
Oh,
and
shit.
Then I tried to move it, and then it closed Roll20.
There's also a link in the description to the video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where all of us are active. I think I said that part already. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. And Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an incredible selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. And I believe, James, am I correct in thinking they deliver to Europe?
They do indeed, and very rapidly.
Wow, look at that. So
under a week.
There. If you have something in their extensive catalog that is not in stock, you can put it on a wait list. They'll send you an email when it comes in, and if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code MuserNight, all caps, all one word. It's listed in the description below. It'll save you 10% on any purchase. And if you happen to have a gift card that you want to cash in as well, too, you can do both of those things. You can have your discount, then cash in your gift card. In addition, that'll change, I should say, as of July 15, 2025. So if you're listening to this after that time, come back to one of our more recent videos and you'll see what the current discount code is there. Last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our stalwart illuminators. So Darren, Ingolf, and James, thank you so much for playing today, guys. Great session. I didn't quite kill you tonight. I'll try harder next time. Don't worry. Don't worry. But we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. And then after that, we'll be on vacation. At least I will be on vacation, and we will not be streaming. But we will have some recommendations for other channels you can catch up on the Dungeon Musings Discord server. So there are many members of our community who run channels themselves. Plenty of opportunities to see some of these fine folks playing with other faces. But we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. And until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our Paridar illuminators are uncovering. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.